Welcome back, and here is a quick course recap on all that we've talked about in this listening course and how you can keep practicing your listening moving forward. You've learned about the benefits of boosting your listening skills and actually working on the things that frustrate you instead of hiding and running away from them. And boosting your listening will help you understand native and advanced English speakers better. It will help you say goodbye to subtitles and start listening to things more comfortably without having to worry about looking at the text and reading. More confidence. Increased and enhanced confidence is a huge part of working on your listening because you can go into a conversation knowing and trusting your ear that you will understand what's going on. And improved pronunciation is also an added benefit because the better we can understand when we listen the different ways and patterns that native or advanced speakers use when they speak, the better we can imitate and find our own way of expressing those aspects of speech more naturally because we identify them with our ear. And perception is the first step to being able to produce different sounds and aspects of speech yourself. And we talked about the core components to boost your listening. So now you understand different aspects of prosody, which include different American intonation patterns to know how people are feeling, the tone, the attitude they want to express, their rhythm, and their stress patterns. So where do they stay exaggerating things? Where do they hold things out? And where do they go a little bit quicker? Where do they not put stress? We also learned about reductions and the vowel sound that is the secret to American pronunciation, which is the schwa. So you learned how to identify the schwa sound and where to listen for its use in most common situations. And you also learned about connected speech, which are the continuous sequence of sounds forming utterances or conversations in spoken language. So we are not listening to words as individual units, but rather something that flows and connects and is all running together in a fluid way. So those are the core components that you learn throughout this course to boost your listening. Now, some tips for moving forward in your practice. The first step I would recommend is that you watch video content without subtitles. I know it might feel uncomfortable at first and you want to understand every single word, but I want you to say goodbye to that level of comfort and just try it. Trust that your ear will get used to listening to things without reading. If we're reliant or dependent on subtitles, then we're not actually using our ear. So even if it feels scary, turn off the subtitles. And you can start with movies or TV shows or videos that you already have watched many times and that you feel comfortable with listening to the content if you are nervous about watching things without subtitles. But the more you train your ear, the more it will get used to it. So stop training your eyes, stop reading, listen. The second step, you can listen to audiobooks. Okay, audiobooks are a great way to practice listening if you want to be able to look at the text of a book and see what's written down and compare it with what you are hearing, how people pronounce things. And every time someone says something that you don't understand or that goes too quickly for you or sounds a little confusing, listen to that part over and over and over again until you get used to the way that it is pronounced and the way that you should perceive the sounds when other speakers are using those combinations of words or sound patterns. And step 3, perhaps my favorite, is expose yourself to different accents. The more challenging it is for you to understand someone, the more you should talk to that person, or the more you should watch that movie or listen to that actor, because the harder an accent is for you, the more benefit you will get from listening to that sort of speech. because as soon as you start to listen to more and more and more varieties of English, then the easier it will be for you to pick up on anything that anyone says, because you've heard it all and your ear is trained to listen to a Southern accent and a New York accent and a California accent. So it becomes easier to open up to other aspects of pronunciation and accent when we are exposed to it. But if you only listen to the same people all the time and you are too afraid to listen to people that are difficult to understand, then you're not going to grow. You're not going to get better. So just do it. Expose yourself to different accents. This was really scary for me at first when I did it in Spanish as well. But when I made friendships and relationships with people who had different accents, I had no choice. I had to find the way to understand what they were saying. And sometimes that involves asking questions, and that's okay. But exposing myself to different accents gave me confidence to know that I could listen to anything in Spanish or go to any social event and be able to understand anyone. And that type of confidence is just priceless. All right. So follow these steps when you are moving forward and practicing your listening skills. And the last thing, good luck. Good luck, and go ahead and watch back any part of these videos that you need to in the future to review and recap the different things that we've talked about. Okay, good luck, and I'll see you in the concluding and the bonus videos.